Road to Paris, brought to you by Arbella Insurance. Here for New England, here for good.
Welcome back. A four-time Olympic sailor from Rhode Island was on the verge of retirement after his sport changed from separate men's and women's competitions to a mixed gender event.
Now he's headed to his fifth Olympic Games with a new partner. NBC 10's Bianca Beltran shares their story.
Stu McNay grew up in Massachusetts and started sailing in Buzzards Bay. Lara Dallman-Weiss is from Minnesota and learned to sail on lakes. They come from different sailing backgrounds. They have different styles and very different roles on their boat, but they complement each other, and together they hope to sail to victory.
There's nothing like being on the water. You could have the worst day, you could have just be in an awful mood, and the second you push away from the dock, it's like a flip is switched and life is good.
It's like its own world out there. You're in the midst of the wind and the waves. You're working with your boat, working with your teammate. You kind of need to harness everything to work together.
This sailing demonstration Stu McNay and Lara Dallman-Weiss did for us in a Brown University dinghy was a breeze compared to what they do in competition. This is Olympic 470 sailing, and teamwork is essential for success. After the competition changed from separate men's and women's races to a mixed gender event, Stu thought the Tokyo Olympic Games might be his last. That is, until Lara asked him to be her partner.
I probably wouldn't be sailing if the same configuration had been in place, and I'm grateful that the change happened, which has brought me back into this. I have an 8-year-old daughter, and it's really neat for her to have more visible female role models.
I grew up having so few females to look up to, no social media, right? So my mom would get me a book from the library that had about 6 athletes in their bios, and I just loved that. And so the more females that are competing that young girls get to look up to, it's really exciting.
Stu is the helmsman and Lara is the crew, often hanging off the side of the boat on a trapeze harness, using her body to help increase speed.
Our style and our bodies are so different from how each of us used to sail with our teammates. So that change is like we're sailing a different sport.
Communication is key as they respond to the elements.
When we put up the third spinnaker sail, we kind of do this dance with the waves where we have to be in rhythm so you can watch our backs move together. And if you see them kind of working in a rhythm, then you know that we're in a good vibe and we're getting on waves, and you'll see us passing people.
Stu and Lara placed 5th at the test event at the Olympic venue in Marseille last summer. They hope together they can bring home their first Olympic medals.
Every morning, the first thought I have when I wake up, I think about feeling an Olympic medal, and I listen to our national anthem in my head. But that feeling to me is something I really want in life.
Really be the culmination of a lot of hard work, and we are working hard and smart to make that a reality.
When Stu McNay competes in his 5th Olympics, he will tie the record for a U.S. sailor. On the road to Paris, I'm Bianca Beltran, NBC 10 Boston.
Bianca is in Paris for the Games. I mean, like right now, she's in Paris. They officially kick off the opening ceremony on Friday. There are still some New England Olympians we want you to meet before then. Hear their inspiring stories right here on NBC 10 Boston, your exclusive home of the 2024 Paris Olympics.